Hello, last time we talked about our perception of existence and life. Today, I would like to talk about the methods to realize the truth of life. First, we need to understand the truths of Buddhism. The first method is to understand the Four Noble Truths of Buddhism. The Four Noble Truths are: life is suffering. The cause of suffering is attachment. It is possible to eliminate suffering. The way to eliminate suffering is to practice the Eightfold Path. So, what is the Eightfold Path? It can be difficult to understand without properly knowing Buddhism. Simply put, it means seeing the world as it is with the right perspective. As we live our lives, our values are formed through our surroundings, and we live our lives with those values. Is the perspective of a child born in a war-torn country the same as that of a child living in a wealthy country and a wealthy family? Of course, they are different. In other words, we see the world through our inner glasses. By looking at the world with the right perspective, we can accurately understand and live within the environment given to us. The Eightfold Path is not a difficult concept. It means having the right view, intention, speech, action, livelihood, effort, mindfulness, and concentration. So, what do we need to practice and train? It is to clearly understand what right means. I believe that right means truthfulness, fairness, compassion, temperance, patience, and wisdom. I have trained and practiced these virtues. Let's apply them. Speaking rightly means speaking truthfully, fairly, compassionately, temperately, listening to others, and speaking wisely. We all know that this is not a big deal, but living while keeping all these things is not easy at all. That's why we need to practice and train throughout our lives. That is why life is suffering. It is the suffering that comes from understanding it in your mind but not being able to live that way in reality. We need to practice continuously. The second method is the middle way. What is the middle way? Let me give you an example. Is it good to be a lover who is overly attached to oneself? Or is it better to be an indifferent lover? We can clearly see that neither is true love. Then what is true love? It is paying attention to the other person while respecting their thoughts and judgments. This is the middle way. Let's look at one more example. What is necessary between overspending and excessive saving? The answer is proper spending, that is, using it in a valuable place. In conclusion, as we live, we make many wrong decisions influenced by our emotions. In modern society, this is often wrapped in the term individuality. Individuality means unique characteristics that represent oneself, not living according to one's own thoughts without considering others. If you have the wrong belief, not right, it can lead to numerous social problems, which is the phenomenon we are currently living in. This has been repeated in the past, present, and future. In such situations, what makes our lives valuable is the Four Noble Truths, the Eightfold Path, and the middle way. I do not expect you to listen to my words and change immediately. However, if your life is hard and painful, and you are curious about how to be happy, I hope you will think carefully about what I have said and try to put it into practice. See you next time.